If you mix Filipino and English, commonly called Taglish, you'll still be understood, especially in the Philippines, where most people are familiar with both languages. It's very normal and widely used in everyday conversations, social media, school, and even TV shows. For example, nag-start na ako mag-aral kanina pero tinamad ako after lunch. I started studying earlier but got lazy after lunch. Wala namang masama, unless formal English or Filipino is strictly required like in essays, speeches, or legal documents. Gusto mong mag-practice ng Taglish? If you mix Korean and Spanish, the result would be a combination of two distinct languages, which might be hard for others to understand unless they are familiar with both languages. In Korea, there's a rising trend of mixing English and Korean, Konglish, but mixing Korean with Spanish is less common. However, if you mix them casually, it could still be fun or creative, like saying, "Un muy bonito nadie." Today is a very beautiful day. For speakers of both languages, it can be understood, but for others, it could be confusing. It could be a fun way to express yourself, especially if you're learning both languages. Would you like to try it out? Mixing Vietnamese and English, often referred to as Vinglish, is quite common, especially among younger people in Vietnam or those who are bilingual. It's similar to how Taglish is used in the Philippines. When you mix these languages, you'll get a natural flow of conversation that blends the two in a way that's easy to understand for people who know both. For example, Homne, I'm going to the mall to buy some clothes. Today, I'm going to the mall to buy some clothes. It's not unusual, and it can make communication more efficient in informal settings. People might mix the languages when they can't find the right word in one language, or just out of habit. If you try mixing them, people who understand both languages would catch on quickly. Would you want? Mixing Filipino and Bisaya, often called Bislish or Tagbisaya, is very common in the Philippines, especially in areas where both languages are spoken. Since Filipino and Bisaya or Cebuano are closely related, it's easy for people from different regions to understand this combination, particularly in casual conversations. For example, kumain nako, pero magtulog nako kay kapoy na kaayo. I already ate, but I'll sleep because I'm really tired. It's a natural mix that reflects how people switch between languages depending on the situation or what feels more comfortable. People in areas where both languages